Big Jim, Big Toe, Big Year.
Strowman returns.
And we have our Women's United States Championship Final 2.
Don't forget to have a look at our short predictions for Saturday night's main event at the end of this video, or just skip straight there if you want to.
Hello, welcome to Wrestle MSX. I'm Michael.
I'm Sally.
And we start with Jimmy Uso, which makes a refreshing change. Crutch in hand. He said that War Games didn't get Big Jim, but he did get his big toe. He said he was proud of Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and even his little brother, Solo. So a little bit of real talk there, I think, from him. As far as Jimmy goes, he doesn't know what's next for him. He may go after the US Championship, maybe even the WWE Undisputed Championship. But whatever he does, it's going to be a big year for Big Jim. He's then attacked by Drew McIntyre, Claymored. As Drew continues the attack, Nick Aldis and a few backstagers head out for the save, with Aldis escorting Drew back up the rampway. My takeaway from this is that they're trying to not get Jimmy away from the bloodline, but give him a push on his own.
Yeah, doing his own thing. Yeah.
Doing it, which is no bad thing.
No.
His brother's done it, not Solo. Jay, it'd be nice to see Jimmy doing something.
Yeah.
So good for him. So far so good. Then please give us a subscribe. Help us grow just that little bit more. And if you do, thank you very much.
Next we see Tiffany Stratton looking very Christmassy.
Candy cane.
And getting her pump on as she readies herself for her match later, when Nia Jax and Candice LeRae appear. Jax says she has faith in her in becoming the first United States champion, so won't need her briefcase anymore, and it's all about her legacy. Jax wishes her luck and then heads off.
Back from the break, we see Nick Aldis telling Drew McIntyre to go to his office, to which Drew sarcastically saluted before heading off. He is a funny guy. Bianca Belair and Naomi then ask Nick if he has any news on Jade Cargill's attacker. All he says is that the investigation is still ongoing. Aldis then brings up the tag team championship that Belair has, saying that she's going to have to relinquish the belt as she can't defend them. Naomi says she can stand in for Jade. Aldis agrees, but seems a little reluctant. Maybe it was Naomi.
Belair. Time for some action. Tiffy, Candy Cane Stratton versus Michin in the first semi-final for the Women's United States Championship. Nothing major to start with, aside from Stratton double stomping Michin on the apron before we head to a break. We come back to see Stratton missing another double stomp on the apron before we watch two excellently executed tornado DDTs by Michin on Stratton and then covered for a 2 count. Stratton then stacks up Michin after Alabama slamming her, but again only for 2.
Michin heads to the turnbuckle where Stratton's able to counter Michin, get her on her shoulders and hit her with a rolling senton before heading to the top rope herself and half landing her prettiest moonsault ever. I say half landed because we think Michin was supposed to roll out of the way but didn't quite do it in time, so Stratton half landed on her. Both women though got up with Michin reacting quickest, hitting neat defeat on Stratton and then covering her for the victory. Michin progresses to the final of the US Championship tournament.
We have a vignette next from DIY, who don't really say much. They feel they were screwed out of the tag titles when they lost them, but they took a step right while everyone else was looking left to regain them. Nothing much to see here really.
Next we hear from Roman Reigns, who appears to be at a marina with Paul Heyman behind him and music playing under him, so you know it's serious. He says it's been a rough year, that it fell apart over spring and summer, saying he lost it all, but most importantly, he lost his Ula Fala. Reigns challenges Solo to tribal combat for the Ula Fala on the 6th of January, January the 6th, which just so happens to be the first Raw of Netflix, January the 6th. No tribes, as Reigns put it, just the tribal leaders. Whether Solo accepts, though, is another matter entirely. And yes, Reigns really does say January the 6th about 1 million times.
Backstage, Legado del Fantasma are voicing their concerns to Nick Aldis about all the backstage attacks that are occurring. Jade Cargill, the Street Profits.
And that's it.
When Santos Escobar states that they may be better off with Adam Pearce. As they walk off and try to get Pearce on the phone, Carmelo Hayes walks up to Aldis saying he's going to make light work of his mystery opponent.
We don't have to wait long to find out who Carmelo's opponent is as we come back from the break and find out it's Braun Strowman. Hayes went for a springboard move off the middle rope only to bounce off Strowman and crash to the mat. Strowman missed a corner attack, so gave the initiative to Hayes, who chops Braun down with a drop kick to the knee and a springboard DDT from the middle rope. A cover gets Hayes a half count. Hayes decides to go up top, jumps from the top rope and gets caught by Strowman, who in turn hits a running power slam and then covers Hayes for the 1-2-3. So it looks like Strowman has been transferred to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Backstage we hear from LA Knight. He says he ain't interested in no oofalaffa. He has no love for Solo or Reigns and that they can all go to hell. The only one worth a damn is Jey Uso. Yeet. Yeah.
And that's what he said. That's not us ad-libbing, that is what he said.
Can you imagine Jey and Knight as a tag team?
Oh, that'd be amazing. I'm not saying fire because I'm not down with the kids, but that would be
that would be good.
That would be amazing. That would.
Knight wraps up by saying that Solo's red necklace has got in the way of his gold belt, so Knight's fist is going to get in the way of his face, and his boot is going to get in the way of his big fat ass.
Solo enters the ring after the break, asking for acknowledgement from the crowd. He's roundly booed, and just as he's about to answer Roman Reigns' challenge, out comes the megastar for his match with Sikoa. I should also mention that Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu are also at ringside. Nothing major happens to start with, the two go outside only to come back in the ring with Solo hitting a pop-up Samoan drop to Knight. It doesn't keep LA down for long as he drops the top rope, sending Sikoa to the outside. Knight sees an opportunity, and as he launches himself out the ring, feet first at Solo, Tama pushes his tribal chief out the way to take the hit. As Knight surveys the damage to the wingman, Solo grabs Knight and hits him with a spinning Solo onto the announcer's table.
Back from the break and we're back in the ring. Solo going for and missing a Superman punch, with Knight countering into a back suplex and then following up with a clothesline. Mounted punches on the mat and a running knee in the corner. Knight goes for BFT, but Solo escapes it and rolls out the ring. Knight follows, but jumps onto Tama and Fatu from the apron, wiping them out, before then dropping Fatu over the announcer's table after he tried to attack Knight. Knight throws Solo back in the ring, ducks a spike and hits a side effect, followed by an elbow from the top rope. LA goes for the cover, Solo kicks out on 2. As Knight takes a breather next to the ropes, he's attacked by Jacob. The ref calls for the bell as Fatu and Tama then take it in turns to beat up Knight, before sending him back into the ring where Solo spikes him. The Bloodline then round on Knight, but out from the back to save him come Andrade and Apollo Crews.
His new mates.
They needn't have bothered though, because the Bloodline 2.0 destroy them and then leave the ring and head up back the rampway.
Thanks guys, thanks for coming. Backstage we see Pretty Deadly asking Braun Strowman if he'll be in their musical before he walks off, only to be spoken to by Byron Saxton. Saxton welcomes him back to SmackDown when A-Town Down Under appear. Grayson Waller asks Braun if he'll be on the Grayson Waller effect next week. Strowman agrees, saying he'll see them next week. That's to look forward to then.
Back to the ring and the last match of the night. Bayley versus Chelsea Green in the other semi-final for the Women's United States Championship. Winner, of course, heading to the final to face Michin, who beat Tiffany Stratton earlier. Piper Niven with Green, of course. Bayley hits a Bayley to belly and then covers Green straight away, getting a 2 count, with Green then rolling out the ring. Bayley drags Green back in, where we get another round of multiple pin attempts from each woman. As usual, it's kind of looking messy really, before we get Bayley taking control with arm drag takedowns, clotheslines and punches. As Bayley gains momentum, Niven trips her from the outside, allowing Green to get back in as we head to a break. When we come back, Green's attempting a pin on Bayley, who kicks out on 2.
The two end up fighting on the apron and then on the floor before heading back in the ring, with Bayley hitting a back suplex and a cover for 2. Chelsea stops Bayley from climbing to the top rope and then manages to pull off a Vader bomb, or rather, I'm going to call it a Chelsea bomb, which misses, allowing Bayley to throw Green into the corner and then cover her again for 2. A missed backstabber by Green is followed up by a Rough Rider, only for Bayley to this time kick out on 2. Bayley drops Green again and heads to the top rope. Niven pulls Green out of the ring, which Bayley takes exception to, so lands an elbow to Niven while standing on the middle rope from the outside. Green then throws Bayley over the timekeeper's area, hoping to win via countout. Bayley barely makes it back into the ring, where she's met with a kick and an unpretty her. Green then goes for the cover and gets it. She progresses to the final of the United States Championship. Now, for me, you can't let a joke character become the inaugural United States Championship winner, surely. I mean, you wouldn't let R-Truth win the WWE Undisputed Championship, would you?
No, not the Undisputed. The 24/7, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, Chelsea Green, great comedy character.
Yeah.
Yes. Wrestling,
Get in there.
you decide.
We hear from Motor City Machine Guns next. Shelley says 18 years of friendship is gone after Gargano's super kick, and the next week we find out why he's the teacher and Johnny Wrestling's the student.
Shinsuke has a few words for us next, again a recorded vignette, as was Motor City's. Nakamura says night was the beginning and that all shall fall before him, saying he is inevitable, channeling his inner Thanos.
We skip to Tiffany Stratton walking backstage when Nia Jax appears and tells her that she's had a tough day regarding her loss to Michin. Candice LeRae then pops up saying she's spoken to Nick Aldis and she's got her and Jax a tag title match next week against Bianca Belair and Naomi.
Who?
Yes, that is what she said before correcting herself by saying Naomi.
Naomi.
Jax and LeRae then walk off to discuss tactics, with LeRae saying to Stratton that maybe singles wrestling isn't her thing. Stratton then looks at her briefcase.
Final act of the night, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens having a discussion in the ring with Michael Cole mediating. Only Owens doesn't show. Cole asks Cody what Triple H will allow him to use for one night only, as I'm sure you've all seen the clips on the internet. I mean, we're pretty sure it's the Winged Eagle belt. Good. As Cody's about to address the question, Owens appears on the Titantron from his car. I think he's sleeping in it.
Yeah.
After bemoaning Rhodes helping Reigns again, he says he's as bad a friend as brother and son, adding he was way more interesting as Stardust. Rhodes laughs, throws his belt down and tells Cole why wait before storming off to the back looking for Owens. Rhodes gets jumped from behind by Owens and the two fight their way back out to the ring. Makes a change, they usually go in the other way.
Yeah.
Security try to part them, but Rhodes fights them off, with the two then getting in the ring. Once there, they continue to brawl until more security head out, where they finally manage to separate the two. As they hold Cody back though, Owens manages to pick up the title and clock Cody with it. This knocks Cody out cold, with Owens dropping the belt down onto him as SmackDown goes off the air. Not the best SmackDown. I think it's more build for Saturday night's main event than anything, which brings us nicely to the predictions for said event.
No predictions belt on the line for this one, so let's get into it.
Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Cody Rhodes.
Yep, Cody Rhodes, easy.
To be honest with you, I don't think any belts are going to change hands.
Yeah.
If they did, it would be a massive shock.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason they would do that is so you tune in for the next one in January, because anything can happen.
Yeah, very true, but...
I mean, you've got your A-star shows, which are your main four: Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, Mania, and then you've got your A shows, like Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So then some of them could be a bit of a B show, Bad Blood, that kind of thing. And then you've got this, which is... So I don't think anything's going to
especially
change.
it's not a pay for main event, it's not PLE.
No, it's YouTube,
so you can watch it.
Apparently.
It's on TV in America, you can watch it on YouTube here and other places, so I don't think...
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think it's just going to be people that will be there.
Oh yeah,
the
and pushing Netflix.
Yes,
January 6th.
Very much pushing Netflix.
According to Roman Reigns, January 6th. So we're both going Cody?
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Right, so Gunther versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther retain.
Yes, Gunther retain, me too.
I mean, it'd be nice if Finn won it.
Yes, I wouldn't mind.
I think
Finn
he's better because he'd take it back to the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Priest bad, but on his own, okay, he's got Rhea Ripley, but Finn would be a lot better, and they're just funnier with it. But Gunther. Yeah. Okay. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
I mean, how many times has Rhea Ripley tried to get that belt off her, but she's always won?
Yeah, and then Io's just going to get it.
No. So Liv Morgan?
I go Liv
Yeah,
Morgan.
okay.
Yeah.
This is a tricky one. Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre.
I don't think it's that tricky, Drew McIntyre.
No, it's not.
He's got a lot of hate behind him.
I mean, why is he going to come back and then just lose his... lost.
Yeah.
See, I'm going off for another 6 months. I need
Exactly.
Christmas off with Randy Orton.
yeah. Got some plans.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty simple so far. And then, these are all going to be wrong.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green versus Michin for the Women's United States Championship. Now...
This is the tough one. Because it could be either.
It could be either. I would obviously rather Michin win it.
Fair.
I think she's better.
Yeah.
She's got a better all-round game.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green is funny. Yes, she will do funny things with it. People will be after her. But as I say, you're not going to get somebody like... I've forgotten his name. R-Truth getting the World Heavyweight title. I know this is a mid-card belt.
Yeah.
And yes, and anybody can have it. But R-Truth never had that top goal, did he?
No.
Because he was just there for a bit of fun, bit of a laugh. Chelsea Green's there for that laugh.
Yeah.
I think Green will win it.
Okay.
I don't
so
want
you're going
to.
green?
I'm going green.
Okay.
Are you going green?
I'm going green, yeah.
Oh.
Of the two, Michin is definitely the better wrestler.
Yeah, in our opinion, please, if you are a Chelsea Green fan, do not come at us. We're just saying this is our opinion.
Michin, yes, definitely a better wrestler. But I think people just love Chelsea Green. I think she's got such a following.
Because she's comedy. That's why she is funny.
I'm not saying she can't wrestle. She's getting a lot better.
Mm.
But yeah, I think Chelsea Green.
Mm.
First.
Fair enough.
Women's United States champion.
You heard it here, probably second.
Any comments or views that you'd like to share, then please feel free to leave them below.
Thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you on Tuesday for Raw.